Here we go. Nico Gonzalez to Juve. It's a done deal. Actually, it was kind of a done deal for weeks and weeks, or like 2 weeks basically. It was just Fiorentina needed to sign Goodmanson, and they would free up Nico Gonzalez. That was basically what the deal was holding up the deal, because we agree with Fiorentina 2 weeks ago. Loan obligation, price tag around 30. Let's say that for now. And we agreed with Nico Gonzalez basically at the same moment in time, where he's like, he told Fiorentina, I want to leave. I want to play Champions League. I want to go to Juve. And that was basically it. And I know there were a lot of talks about from Corriere dello Sport. I think was saying, Rocco Commisso doesn't want to let Nico Gonzalez go, so on, so on, so on. However, we knew that it was all about signing a replacement. Genoa needed to sign a replacement for Goodmanson. That means Goodmanson can leave to Fiorentina. That means Nico Gonzalez can join Juve. And we have our guy right now, or Motta has his guy, very late in the window. But at this moment in time, there is no time. So everything is going to be late. But we needed wingers. You have Yildiz and you have Timothy Weah. And Yildiz is still unproven, so he's going to have ups and downs. And Timothy Weah is just ups and downs. That's him, basically. So you needed especially a steady. You have Conceição, but that's also an unknown in terms of, like, what are you going to get with him? With Nico Gonzalez, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a very steady player, in my opinion, very good player. He will contribute defensively. He will get you the numbers, and forget about Europe. I think that's also a debate right now among fans. It's not good enough for Europe. We need to aim to get back in Europe at the top. I get it. But right now, we need to take, quote-unquote, baby steps. We need to start with Serie A. We need to start to get hold of Serie A again, to actually be up there, win, and compete on a consistent basis every single year. That's what we need to do. Even Inter, they didn't win it every single year, but they've been up there, They've been up there. That is what you need right now, because forget about winning 9 in a row. That's ridiculous. That's never going to happen again, for us, probably in our lifetime. So that's not normal. The only thing we did something like that was in the 1930 or so, or whatever. We won, I don't know how many in a row. Not 9, but 9 is insane. That's not going to happen. That's just insanity. So we need to be up there to win a league. Maybe you miss out with a couple of points, win it again, maybe win 2 in a row, and then you miss out, but you're back in Europe and you're on top of that. That's the goal right now, to be up there consistently. And to do so, yes, you need youngsters. You need Giuntoli signing a players who are like, who? And he turns out to be good. Maybe Atsik, he's injured right now, but maybe he turns out to be great. We're like, oh man, that's a gem. But I also think they're looking at, like, okay, if we want to get hold of this, we also need to get some ready-made players. Koopmeiners, Gonzalez, players who played in Serie A, who are on top in Serie A, or have proven to be very good in Serie A, or have proven they can actually reach the top of the Serie A in a relatively short amount of time. That's what they're looking for right now. And adding those pieces so the youngsters and the unproven players can actually play around that and be like, okay, we can grow together. That's what it is right now. So that being said, on Nico Gonzalez, I have no issue with him. Like, every time I watch Nico Gonzalez play, I like him. Is he a player with an X factor? Is he a player where I'm like, oh my God, that's what I needed massively. That's special. That's so good. No. But like I said, it's baby steps for the club right now. It's like, okay, if we get the steady players who are going to take us from here to here, and then we added pieces to get us over the line, that's what the club is looking for right now. Now, the price, if he turns out what the club thinks he's going to turn out to be, you will make a profit if he decides to leave. I think he will. And even if it's a small profit, With Koopmeiners, for example, it feels more unlikely that you're going to sell a player like that for even more money. And that's where people have a lot of issue with. It's like, okay, you're again doing these type of deals where it's like, okay, you're offering a lot of money you're probably never going to recoup again. And that's something we should be avoiding, I guess. That's what people think. Douglas Luiz, you're never going to get that money back. There's no chance. That's a player who's going to ride out his contract, and that's about it, basically, Or he needs to have an insane 2 years, and Barca or whatever, like, what, we will pay big money for a 28-year-old Douglas Luiz at that moment in time, So it's unlikely. But like I said, I think the club is looking at it like, we need ready-made. It's like, yeah, we want to do this, but we also need to do that right now. And on top of that, You sold Sule. You told Chiesa to, F off basically. And you need to sign players. You try for Sancho. You try for Adeyemi. You try for, I know, blanking, Galeno. You try for him. Pepe a little bit, from Porto. Now Conceição. So you're trying for a lot of these players, but you need to bring them in. Different profiles as well. All of them different profiles. But you only have Timothy Weah and Yildiz, so you need to do something. You're gonna overpay, maybe. You're gonna make, decisions you might regret in the future. But again, that's planning, and the entire situation is weirdly planned, where it's like leaking to the media that player's not part of the team, and then telling them no, they're part of the team, then coming out saying no, they're not part of the team, they can still train with the first team, and now saying you cannot even train with the first team. It's done. All that knowing that you only have a couple of subs, for games. You don't have backup wingers, you don't have a backup striker because Milik is injured. Like, that is the situation, so you're gonna overpay at one point a little bit, just because clubs know, hey, you're desperate. Like, we can see your squad, we can see you have 2 subs, we can see you have no backup wingers. So if you want him, here's another couple of millions, because, well, you're desperate. What are you gonna do? Not pay those couple of millions? Then what? So we created the situation, but it's not on Douglas Luiz. It's not on Nico Gonzalez. That's not his problem. His problem is a problem. His thing is he needs to come in and he needs to do well from the get-go, because we don't have a lot of time. It needs to work out from the get-go. So it's going to be interesting. I believe in him. I think he will be a steady player. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it because I want to see what he can offer. I want to see backups. I want to see rotation. That's basically what I'm looking forward to right now. But with the player, I have no issue. So let's see how Motta's going to use him as well. Like, what is he going to demand? Because he spoke about Vlahovic saying, I need him to do much more than he's doing now. He needs to defend well. He needs to attack well. He needs to link up play better. Like, what is he going to ask from Nico Gonzalez? Because from Yildiz, he's asking Yildiz, and that's his words, to cut inside. Be this man. Come in, take shots, especially for teams who sit down deep, basically. Sit back deep. So what he's going to ask from Nico Gonzalez, it's going to be interesting, but he's a technically rounded player, who gets the numbers, and defensively he's pretty okay. So I'm okay with the move, but maybe you guys have a different opinion about that. Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and yeah, what do you think about Nico Gonzalez? Here we go to Juve, and what's next for the squad and for Giuntoli. But yeah, see you very soon. Ciao.